Hello, welcome back. Last time I did just one puzzle, this one at the end of Ruins here. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I guess it was 2 because of the paradox, so, you know, 1.5 puzzles. I had to learn some new tools for it. I don't know how well I remember all of them, but the information's entered my head once, so if I have to learn them again, it'll be quicker the second time. Temple, Fissure, let's go.
Now I have a jar. I went into the fissure, and I have a jar.
A jar?
That's new.
Yes, it is. So is that something different from a chest? It sounds kind of similar to a chest. Looks like you're asking me to do this, possibly. That seemed to work. Ooh, green. Okay, so a green exit. I'm gonna take as much with me as I can. Oh, I need that, actually. Can bring this too. Sounds sensible. Oh, wait. I just destroyed something. Okay, well, fine. I only get one of those. That's probably gonna break the puzzle, but that's okay. Let's see what this is. Ah! Now I have a jar. Okay, so that's what this is. Whoa. That's different. I don't understand how this thing works yet. That's the purpose of this level, so that I can play with it and learn that. Hey. So, the obvious thing to do here is not so obvious, actually. Okay, but this takes me back to the... Okay, right, so the exit takes me... Green exit seems to take me to the same place as purple exit. Jar comes along. Box presumably goes in jar, or... So it's like a one-time exit from a specific part of the room. And when I re-enter, it's gone? Okay, that's not clear to me yet. Resume. Or maybe resume. Alright, what do you do? So this is like a one-time thing, is my interpretation. That's too high to jump with the key. Okay. So I do get another one if the room resets, maybe? Right, why did I think that was going to work? That kind of thing never works. What? I don't know what's going on here yet. I'm just going to keep playing with it and hope it starts making sense. Permanence! Well, I know all about that. I learned about it several worlds ago.
The jars store the instance of the room generator by entering the chest.
Oh.
They give you a single chance to return to a previous instance.
Whoa.
That seems straightforward to me.
Okay, well you figured that out a lot faster than I did. Yeah, I don't get the implications of this yet. This is not immediately intuitive to me. So, got that green block down there. I'm gonna need it back. That's fine, I can get it. It sounds like what you're saying to me is that I should unlock this door. No, that doesn't make a difference. But it sounds like... Oh, I get it. Okay. And so, just parsing through his words again. If I come out here, it stores the instance so the room doesn't reset right away. So I think I know exactly what I want to do. I'll get the jar, come in here, put the jar down, take the block out, but that would lose the jar. I'd like to get the block up there, but I can't quite do that directly. Oh, I'll take the block with me in here. Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, that explanation was clear enough. Restructure. Key down there, 2 chests. Who do what? It's interesting how these levels are built out of very much the same shapes. So I can get a jar here. Would need like 2 blocks to get up there. There's 2 blocks in here. I see no reason not to do this, just to make platforming and stuff easier. And it might be smart to bring this in here. Then again, I can't do that and bring the key at the same time, so maybe not. Okay. So hang on, there are 2 jar spots. I guess I'll go in here with the key, unlock this, and see what happens. I can take this 1 block out. No, I can't? So no carrying items? So it seems. Oh, of course, because that has to go into my hand. Okay. But what good does that do me? Hold on, if I go back in here, I could potentially get another jar if I had another key, but I don't. So... I don't yet see how any of this helps me. Hold on. Or do I? So if I take a jar from there, bring it in here, I've accomplished nothing. No, because I can't exit back out there again. What? Whoa. That was confusing. I don't know what just happened. So that's how I exit out of a jar, and I guess that's the first time I've done that. I can get another one here, and that's not useful. So what's going on here? This does not make sense to me yet. One of these chests needs to go into the other one, probably. But how would I do that in any way that helps me? So it's an instance of the room in its current state that I can take 1 level up. That's just hard to think about. I need those 2 blocks in the other room, so that chest needs to come in here. Okay, so at least I figured out that part of it, but how can I bring that in there? Oh, by bringing the key in here, taking the jar out there, taking the chest into the jar, so that's a way that I can bring 2 items with me, but it needs to be the other way around, doesn't it? Because I need to be... Yeah, it needs to be the other... Well, have I ruined it already? Wait, who are you? You're the key and block room. So if I bring this in here... So this is a way I can get that chest into itself, right? Yes, I have the key and block room in the key and block room. And another copy of it out at the top. That didn't help me. But it is interesting. Well, but it hasn't actually made another instance of that chest, only of the room. And that instance is very fragile. Temporary. Okay. So I had an idea at one point. Okay, so just the node hierarchy I need here is that this needs to be 1 level deeper than this, because I need to bring those blocks out to keep them here. But I also have this, and I'm not sure why yet. If I bring 1 block here and then take this jar in there... Yeah, got it. Okay. So I bring 2 jars all the way out here. I don't need to embed chests in each other. Yeah, that's fine. I'll store a block here. No, I needed to take the jar. What? This step is kind of annoying. Like, why is this necessary? So I'll take the jar. That won't help me. No, I need the chest in here, but okay, so to get the chest in here, I use the jar. But I need it the other way around. I keep having it the wrong way around. So the jar could be key storage. What if I put the key in the other room, and then take its jar, pull out the key? That sounds like something I could at least try. So here's a key. This room becomes storage. That jar goes in here. What good's that ever gonna do me? I mean, that was just a roundabout way of doing the same that hasn't helped anything. I don't get it. If I could take another block, which I can't, inside this jar, then I could have 2 blocks in here. Okay. So do I need to... What? Alright, so here's a different way of thinking about the jar that might be easier for me. I can think of it as a way to just pop out to a level above, grab an item real quick, and come back. It's not the only use of it, but I think that's the use of it here. So the chest that I brought in here is the one that contains the blocks and stuff. Yes, and that's the correct embedding. By taking the jar, I can take the key with me in here and unlock this. It won't stay unlocked, but I can take its jar and maybe accomplish something? So that requires a different way of thinking about the jar. If I do that, I would lose the unlocked door. I can't take anything with me out, only back in, and there isn't an item I want to bring back in here. What if I took the jar in here? That's not useful. What? Does this let me... Let me try something. No, I come out of the jar and it shatters. I don't come out of here. It's not like I can basically turn this into a green chest for transport. What? Okay, I think I get it now. So the mechanic I just described, where the jar allows me to pop out for a moment, grab an item, and bring it back in, so that I can essentially carry 2 in, means that I want this hierarchy the opposite way around as I thought. So what I'm going to do is bring the key in here, pop out with the jar, take the other chest in here, then use that same property to bring both of the boxes into this chest, which is now in here, preserved in the... Well, it doesn't have to be preserved in anything. So here's a box. That's there. Then I can jump out for a moment and get another box and bring it in. Okay, there we go. So what I described was correct, I just was applying it the wrong way around. Okay. Alright, so that is how I've encoded that item in my brain as working. Jar. Well, yeah, that's what it is. That's what I've been working with. Same layout. But now I'm on the other side. Okay, well, sure. I'll play your little game, Ringman. Oops, well, I failed at your little game. Let's try that again. That has revealed to me, though, that the key is not going to come... Hey. I press that button and teleporting takes priority over throwing. What do you have to say for yourself?
An empty cupboard. I have to say, of all the empty cupboards I've ever been in, this one is slightly more disappointing than most.
That's not a statistic that I keep track of in my own life. There's nothing to grab out here except for this chest. Would that do me any good? So now this chest there's a copy of this chest in itself. Okay, so that's another way to make a copy of a chest inside itself. And now I'm out here again. Oh boy, this is not doing me any good. Alright, so, it doesn't seem like I have a lot of options here. I don't think I can jump high enough to get that key to avoid going in the door. No. I mean, that was higher than I thought it was, but... Yeah, my options are, like, pretty severely limited here. I return to the room through the jar in the same position where the jar was, right? Then I return out of the room in the same position where I initially entered it, in, like, this room. So there's just something that I can do that I don't... I like that effect. There's no point in bringing the key in here, and that doesn't help me at all. Wait. Well, no, I mean, there's no way to get... Yeah, it'd be nice if I could exit that, but there isn't a way to do that. And since I have to go down there for the jar to become a thing, then I can't really do anything. Okay, I fiddled around for a long time, and I think I might have something? This one is not super intuitive. I think I want to bring the key here. Leave it on this ledge. Yes, specifically on that ledge. Maybe. I'm not certain about this. So I'm going to take a jar, bring it in here, throw it over there, jump into it. Then I have the key, and if I exit, where do I go? Okay. That was confusing. For some reason, this is an element that just does not make intuitive sense to me. I'm not successfully encoding its properties in my brain yet. I'll get there eventually, I hope. Build! Alright. So, Ring, what do you have to say?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Well, that was the most useless one of those so far. Alright. So yes, of course, I can build one of these. Oops. And... okay, jar stores instance of the room. I need to use the same property I used back there, but differently. So what I did was I took the jar in here. There's another block. I can grab another block and get back here. Okay, well... but one more is not enough. Don't I need two more? Right? It looks like I need two more. Okay, so somehow I have to do something that gets me 2 blocks there. Okay. This room exists. Does that matter? It's unclear to me. So make another block. Bring in here. I can only do that once, really. Doing it again would just reset things. I could bring... here we go. Here's a thing I can do. Let's bring some blocks out here. 1 should be enough. So I've stored a block out there. Then I'm going to make a jar. This doesn't help. Jumping in here doesn't make any sense. There's no difference in picking up this block or that one out there, is there? Maybe there is. Wait, hold on. Go back to where you were. So if I do bring this in here, then I have 3 and I don't have the jar with me, and I don't have the means to make another one. What? Okay, so here's something to try. Can I encode a jar in a jar? And how would that help me exactly? Let's see, what was the sequence of events I was thinking? So I get these 2. Do I need to leave one up top? I don't think so. So I take this jar, leave it here, get a block, get another block... no, wait, that doesn't... also, I didn't actually get the block. Use this jar to come out here and take the other jar in here. That doesn't help me. I mean, these jars are basically the same. So I could bring this in with me, sure. Why would I care? This is just the same situation I've always been in. Okay, but, like, stop thinking about the rocks for a second and just try the thing you were trying to try. Well, but I need two to get to the jar spot, so I can't try the thing I wanted to try. Right? Yeah, because I can only bring... If I brought this in here, I can't bring a... Also bring a block, because I can't get up there to do it. Same situation as ever. I keep landing here, so I need to do something different. Okay, so the something different is the one action that for some reason I just didn't even think of trying, but will very easily solve this. I'm getting stuck on everything today for some reason. This one should not have gotten me stuck. So all I do is I bring the chest into the jar. There we go. Now I have a block creator here. So hey, there's a block. Hey, here's another one. And as always, I only have to repeat an action once. It doesn't force me to do it too many times. Pick this up. Build a stairway. Get the key out. Okay, that should not have been hard. I just somehow tried everything except the thing I needed to try. I guess it's not my day for playing this game. Internal. Okay, so just getting to that chest is not the easiest thing. I think this might work. Kinda looking forward to being in another world where it doesn't keep using these 3 high ledges just everywhere as incidental parts of the layout. There's water here. A jar spot. Oh, okay, so I probably... So then the question becomes, what happens when I flood a jar? Right, so use jar, pop out, grab another item. Like this one, or I could bring the chest. I'd rather bring this one. I might need the chest eventually, but I can come out and get another copy of it. This will stay open. Yeah, I think I need the chest. I can just bring the chest in here and flood it. That's all I need to do. Don't need any more jar shenanigans. That will stay open. When I exit with this, don't lose the block. I do need it. So put this here, jump out, grab the chest. Okay. Now that I know to think to do that, that makes everything easier. Flood it and I'm done. Okay, there we go. Do I get all the principles yet? Entwine! I'll bet this is going to be a new one.
Jars inside chests inside jars. The worst part is, it's starting to seem like it makes sense. Now, where was I?
Where were you? Where am I? So, choice between a key and a block, basically. In some situations, that's not exactly what this is. Just a jar. So I could, if I wanted to do something like this, where I bring that key over here and do that. Sure. It has not directly helped me, though. When I exit out of that, I'm here. I can take a jar here, but why would I want to? Why would I want a jar of that room? That's the question I need to answer. Because I can store an item at the bottom. Let's store a block at the bottom. Okay, sure. No, well, okay. Store it like that, then. Yes. So I have this. This is a jar I can enter and retrieve a block at any time, so that's kind of turning the concept on its head a little bit. So if I take a jar of this room, bring that key into it, which I can do like this if I want to, then that won't directly do me any good, will it? Wait, what's where? I've kind of lost track. This has a key. Let me take this key. Oh, well, I can't. Okay, this is a key jar. I'm gonna bring it into... What? So, I mean... Well, that didn't work. Okay, so I can't encode an item at the bottom of that like that. So it seems more like I need... So can I use this to just extract an item? Well, no. Once I'm down here, the only way I'm getting that item back is by using a jar from here, isn't it? Yeah, get out of my way. So if I take one of these... I don't yet see a reason to bring any chests into jars. I'm going to take this jar with me here. Okay. So I'll bring the block with me, I guess. And I'll bring this chest with me, maybe? Maybe I want to bring the other chest. I don't know. Let's see what happens when I bring this one. So I have that. Nothing good. I did want to bring the other one. What does this jar contain? Nothing, but I can make it contain something. How? Okay, I see how. This is pretty complicated for just these 3 very minimal rooms. This is not what I wanted, is it? It can be. So that jar just creates an exit for me, basically. No, it doesn't. That just takes me back here. Right, it changes the exit of the room? So it takes me out of the jar instead of where I want to be. Okay. So... no? Wait, but now... hold on, I went back into the jar, yes, and I have this a chest of this room, which won't help me. I mean, it kind of, almost sort of does, but not really. Wait a minute. With one block, is one block enough to do all this? With some fiddling, maybe. Like, I could throw the block over there, perch it on this ledge, jump up there with the key, and then throw the key into the door. I mean, yeah, I really do just have to get a key and a block in here. I mean, maybe somehow in the setup that I use, the key is going to end up here. If I'm pulling the key into a jar, then yes, that makes sense. Oh, hey, okay, so I'm starting to see something. So if I carry this chest inside this one, which contains all the ingredients I need, except I can only get one at a time, it seems. So it seems like it'd be more useful the other way around, but all I get out of there is a jar, so I can't come in here, pick something up, and exit. That's the annoying part. But if the jar takes me back out, why can't I do that? Shouldn't that work? Anyway, so if I put this here, bring a key, I'm in this situation. I was just here, wasn't I? Okay. Okay, so how's this sound? I'm going to embed copies of these 2 chests into this chest. So this is coming down here, a block is coming along with it. So that's the right side. I'm going to jump out and grab a copy of this chest, take it in here, chest is inside itself now. Cool. So from there... will that help me? Yes. No. No, because I can't bring that key out in any way, can I? I'll just have to... okay, so hang on. Instead of doing this, let me do this. So I'll bring the block in here, leave it there, get a jar, bring the jar into this, I think? And then bring the key through the jar, right? Okay, I'm in the situation. Okay, that worked. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble just gaining intuition about these mechanics, but it's just, this one does not agree with me for whatever reason. I mean, I think it's cool when I can understand what to do with it, but it doesn't seem like I can build that understanding from anything other than a bunch of messing around. Okay, well, that's all I'm doing of this world today. That was fun, but I'm a little bit frustrated with my inability to reason with this tool yet. Like, normally it doesn't take me this long to figure out how to use it. Pressing up goes left, pressing down also goes left. So my cursor ends up very much on the left side of the screen. Alright, I'll see you next time to hopefully make some more sense of the jars. I think they're going to be very enjoyable when I get my head around them, but it just isn't doing that today for some reason. Alright, see you next time for Clasp.